Be sure to check out both my socials and the original script in the pinned comment down below. You were not invited here. It was dangerous to come, you know. You should leave. This isn't a fairy tale. I'm more than the stories you've heard about me. To call me by name, as if you have the right? Is that so? A deal. Brave of you. Brave and stupid. I can't decide. You've come here to my palace. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not here, mortal. It doesn't mean that you'd even be wise enough to understand what you were seeing if you could. And you seem to be particularly lacking in cleverness. You stand before me. You meet my gaze. The gall. You deserve the fate you've sought here. I don't need an excuse to punish you for your arrogance. There's no higher power that can judge me for it, and none that can stop me. Not when you come to my land, my kingdom, and still you're too stupid to cower. Oh, but you do amuse me, you poor, witless, mortal thing. And you are pretty. I admit, I do feel a certain indulgence for pretty. Alright, I'll hear your plea. Do bear in mind, however, I rarely take a bargain that isn't backed by blood and flesh. You're not that innocent. I can see that you know exactly what I'm implying, and yet you stand resolute. It's dangerous to issue challenges like this, you know. You're still barreling forward. What could it be that you want so badly? Is it money? No. I've had the desperately poor come begging for favors before. You don't have that look of wanting. Love, then? It's hard to imagine what sort of hard-hearted eunuch could deny you. But no, not that either. Not the way just a suggestion makes you flinch. Not love. Not money. Oh. No. But you also crave that tang of blood on your tongue. It's revenge you want, isn't it? Yes, I should have known. That fire behind your eyes. That suicidal courage. You're trembling, but it isn't from fear. It's bloodlust. It's fury. Of all possible motivations, the one I can come the closest to understanding. Tell me, why? Did someone steal your favorite cow? Or steal away with some dullard you thought yourself in love with? What even motivates your short-lived people in these dreary modern days? Oh. Oh my. Take a breath, my dear. Your passion is delightful, but we won't get much closer to what you really want if we allow ourselves to be distracted. Pull yourself together. I get it. Now tell me exactly what you want me to do to this man. This politician, you said? Who's responsible for the death of your poor, dear beloved? No one is untouchable to the Fae, I promise you. It's going to be worth your life, So make it good. With all that rage you're carrying, you don't just want me to do away with him, do you? You want me to destroy him, humiliate him, bring him down from his pedestal, rub his face in the dirt. Of course, bereft of money, of status, of friends, a pariah even to his kin, as helpless and alone as he's left you. Only then can he die. And even death won't be the mercy it should. I can give you all of that. Of course I can. I'll love doing that. You mortals are so amusing in your suffering. But there's still the matter of payment. Just because I'll enjoy it doesn't mean I don't expect to be paid. Consider it the direction that you're paying for. I can ruin any human you like, do all you've asked and worse. But if it's for my own amusement, I don't care who my victim is. If you want this particular man to suffer this way, for me to focus my attention just so, that's going to cost you 1 year and 1 day of anything I want. 1 year and 1 day of you belonging to me. Completely, willingly, my vassal, my victim, obedient even in your pain, however beautifully I inflict it. I admit, I didn't expect you to be clever enough to ask. At the end of that time, I'll kill you. Blood for blood. A balanced scale in your world and mine. So, it's a deal then. 1 year and 1 day. I make no promises about the use of my own toys. That's not negotiable. How much are you willing to give to see this man suffer? How much do you want to see him pay for what he did? Think of the one he stole from you, the power he wields, the likelihood of him ever facing justice any other way. And of course I'm mocking you. You don't get points for noticing. Do you agree or not? You don't want to overstay my interest. Excellent. Blood now, to seal our pact. The rest later, when it's done. Here. Silver and sterile enough, if that worries you. Just one quick slice across the base of your palm. Just there. Yes. Here, let me... Please, you don't need to be one of those buck-toothed ghouls to appreciate fresh, mortal blood. It's not rare, but it's always delicious. You are delicious. Run along home now, my darling, and enjoy the show. I'll come for you when I'm done with him. For a year and a day. Well, hello there. Can I buy you a drink? Indulge me. It's the least you owe me. Thank you. Much appreciated. No, no, you're too kind. What? Jealous of the barmaid? Really? You are contrary things, you mortals. I'm not here for her. And for that, she's luckier than she knows. Did you enjoy it? Watching your mans fall from grace? No, forgive me. He's the one who killed your man. A figure of speech, a slip of the tongue. It was quite an event, though. I'd like to take all of the credit, but I admit, a good part of the drama was the sheer, ravenous voyeurism of your own people. It's a global stage indeed, these days. I still feel quite buzzed, and I hope you enjoyed yourself. I certainly did. What? Do you have misgivings now? No? Guilt? Perverse thing. You bargained away your life and future in more pain than you yet understand, and you feel bad? For him. I didn't make it all up, you know. In fact, I made up very little. The tapes were real. The photos, those stories and rumors, they didn't start with me. They were nearly all true. Mm-hmm. Now there's a little more respect for what I did. You should look horrified. He had enough money and power to keep him safe from consequences for at least one short mortal lifetime. And just think how many more innocents he'd have destroyed. I'm practically a hero for arranging his fall from grace. Oh, but sorry. No, even I can't pretend that. Not when the game's already over and you're already mine. It's true, that part wasn't a lie. He was a cruel, dangerous brute, and got what he deserved. Which is a rare outcome, if we're being honest. Your kind speaks so authoritatively about justice, whether ever admitting how little your lives actually mean in relation to it. You're no better than your nature. The powerful will always win. The weak will always suffer. For example, me and you. Although I've been unusually indulgent until now, I could have taken anything I wanted when you passed between the stones and came to me. Your fury amused me, so I answered your request first. But it's done now, and the payment is due. Now, this is the sort of perversion I appreciate. How your breath has gone shallow, how your lips are parted. You flush, you look away. But it's not all fear, is it? That's because you're stupid. I'll enjoy playing with you. You know, I feel like celebrating. Maybe luck has run out for that pretty little barmaid, after all. I'm gonna step outside. Why don't you flag her down and bring her out to meet me? Because if I want you to be the bait, you will be. Anything I want, you will be. That's the deal you struck. And although I didn't need to make any deal to what I want from you, I did. And you did. And you can't renege on a bargain with a fae. There's the fear. I'll meet you outside. Hello, everyone. It's Prince Kairo, and thank you for listening to yet another one of my audios. I appreciate every single one of you. and truly your support means the world to me. Special thank you goes out to my precious pets over on Patreon: Jingliu Oo, With His Face by Austin, Ash3407, Nikki Pele, Michelle, T. Briscoe, Deandra Janice Bennett, Ghost, and Toka. Thank you all so much for all of your support. It really means the world to me. If you're interested in my Patreon, then be sure to check in the pinned comment down below. There you'll also find all my other socials as well as today's script. Thank you all so much for listening. I have been Prince Kairo, and remember that your prince loves you all. Mwah.